St. Thomas, Nevada is a ghost town in Clark County, Nevada, near where the Muddy River flows into the Colorado River. St. Thomas was purchased by the U.S. federal government and abandoned as the waters of Lake Mead submerged the town when it was filled in the 1930s. Alright, we came out here a little ways into Overton, and we came to historical St. Thomas. As the water level of Lake Mead began to drop in the early 2000s, the ruins of St. Thomas resurfaced. It is now located within the Lake Mead National Recreation Area. Right down, way down there, I don't know if you could see it, but I can actually see the buildings. We are exploring Nevada's ghost town of St. Thomas. It's important to remember that all of this was once underwater. You could see the water levels there. St. Thomas is about 1.5 miles that direction. We were able to see the buildings from where we parked. So again, throughout this video, it's important to remember that those who are not familiar with St. Thomas, that all this was underwater. Around the turn of 1930, Lake Mead was filled after the dam was built. A few decades go by and the water level slowly just went away. The town was founded by members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, led by Thomas Smith in 1865. With a population of about 500 at its peak, St. Thomas became an established town of farms, homes, and businesses, and was at one point the county seat of Piute County. This truly is amazing. Little fence line separating two properties. Here we have a fork in the road. Who knows where that goes? The construction of Hoover Dam and the resulting rise in the waters of the Colorado River forced the abandonment of the town, with the last resident, Hugh Lord, leaving June 11, 1938.
Parlor. It appears that every building has their own well. Wow. It takes a lot for a building to get like this. Coming up on the second building here, and it looks like there's a couple more over there. This is truly a very eerie place. People were once living here, and the Hoover Dam was built. Lake Mead was filled around 1930, 1934, and all of this got submerged in about 100 so feet of water. We're going to walk up to this building right here to see what it is. Alright, building number 2. Probably a house. There's a sign that will tell us what it really was, if I'm wrong. Home sweet home. This building is this right here.
It's important to remember that the ruins of St. Thomas, which became visible after the water level in Lake Mead lowered, are protected by the National Park Service as a historic site. The cemetery was relocated to Overton, Nevada, where there is a St. Thomas Interpretive Center with a staff of archaeologists doing an ongoing research into the history and settlement of the Muddy River.
Another building, probably a home. There's no sign on this one, so I'm just guessing. Looking at the layout and the size. Coming up to another structure up here. Yeah, here are more tracks of mules. So they have been down here. I mean, I think I can hear them right now. Prints of a bighorn sheep. But there's really no civilization anywhere.
It's important to remember, before you go, to remember that there are wild animals out in St. Thomas. We came across a few donkeys and saw tracks of a bighorn sheep. Could there be coyotes out there? Probably, but most likely coyotes will be around the water. And water is pretty far from St. Thomas. Bottom line, if you do come across animals, they'll leave you alone. If you leave them alone, don't draw attention to yourselves, don't use flash photography, and you'll be great.
Here's proof that this was once. Oh, the lake bed, all these shells here. It had just rained, so it's pretty soft. Coming up to another sign.
Farm workers at St. Thomas. Threshing machine for the lint. Native American were here before the Mormons.
Of course.
Grew corn, beans, squash, cotton.
You guys ever interested in Native American history, come out to Las Vegas and visit Red Rock Canyon. Parts of the canyon has Indian hieroglyphics that surprisingly are still visible.
Thank you for watching this video on St. Thomas, Nevada.